Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give to the back. At the 35, he's loose. Hit the afterburners, kid. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation in rushing yards. He's the guy with the target on his back. Every time they take the field, the defense knows who they have to stop. And still, this guy churns out big run after big run.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited.
And he breaks into the open. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Got it set up on the outside. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. Getting set for the point after. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. They're the defenders. It's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game because that's who they are.
He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll leave it with him. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense. I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Huskers!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes with the return. Makes a move. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you can tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They go to the draw. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got his man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got his man on the right. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Vega. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
He'll bring it back. It's Gadecki. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Vega. Quick strike complete. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll toss it to the left. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, they go with a toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Getting some heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
The Cornhuskers are threatening on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Go straight ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, you keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Gadecki. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Edelman. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The Tigers get the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
Looking to pass on second down. Release to the back. This time it's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown LSU. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. They march 79 yards on the drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going up top. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's off to the races. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Skadecki. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gadecki. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman of being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us on this very first.
The ball squirts free. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Here comes the offense on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. They run the reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Third down coming up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Off the play fake. They're trying to get to it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield and down that ball?
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
To the air, it's Vega. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Looking for a block. It's Gadecki. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're getting this guy lathered up. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
It's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Brings up third down.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Edelman. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ogden. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Give to Brown. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Nebraska 28, LSU 24.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Pressure coming. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking but now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down, and this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Dialing up a second down pass play. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. LSU right back to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Edelman. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Using his legs, it's Edelman. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Inside the 30. And stampeding through the defense. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Huskers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking for a man, it's Vega. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and they now lead by 5. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Coming out with it, it's Gadecki. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up 3rd down.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game, but it all comes down to this play right here.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Lets it go. He's got him, and they convert. Puts one in the spin cycle. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late.
That's something as a defense you got to be prepared for. In a 2-minute situation like this, you know they're going to try to throw the football to the sidelines and get guys out of bounds. So you got to have outside leverage, or you need zone defense to help out and try to bracket guys on these outbreaking routes.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
At the 18-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Takes a hit as he fires. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. That's caught. It's Brown. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To throw, it's Vega. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
The Huskers send out the punt unit. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner will be brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Second down.
On second down, he'll fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. After the interception, 0 showing on the clock, and that is how we'll end it.